This is Chris Kell with the third and final installment of our testing battery here, core stability training. Our core stability testing is going to help us to determine how quickly we can move our client into core strength training. The idea being, if the core is not stable enough to stabilize against static movements and movement of the extremities in a plank and a dead bug position, then we certainly cannot expect to target higher load core strength training exercise with any degree of accuracy. Alright, so our clients they need to go through these two prerequisites, the two levels of testing, really before we can move them on to a higher level. Alright, so for our first test, we just have a static plank test. Alright, what I'm looking at here is just static endurance. Alright, the question being, can the client raise up into this plank position, keep their back flat, and hold here for a period of 30 seconds? Alright, while the client is holding in this position, I'm asking you, where do you feel that? And I'm just kind of eyeballing the position of their back and their shoulders. Alright, are they flat like a table, or are they arching down, dipping up, or shrugging the shoulders? Alright, ideally, the client should be able to converse with you. They should not be holding their breath. They should be able to hold that flat for at least 30 seconds while only feeling at the core. Alright, we're not moving them on to dynamic planking exercises until that is the case. Alright, by the same token, alright, our next test is phase 2 of this test is going to be a dynamic planking exercise. Alright, so once they're able to do this plank hold for 30 seconds, alright, the prerequisite for moving on to core strength training would be the plank crawl to march. Alright, with this, again, I'm going to come into a plank position. I'm going to ask the client to crawl forward with their elbows, crawl back, and march. Alright, this is involving movement of all four extremities. Alright, I just want to see whether the client can do this with proper form, good movement, and feeling this only in their core for a period of 30 seconds. Alright, once they are able to do that, then I know that we can expect pretty good results and alleviated possibility of injury. Alright, by the same token, we're going to look at lateral endurance. Alright, for this, I'm simply going to ask the client to come into a bent leg side plank and hold for 30 seconds. Alright, once again, I'm looking at the position of the torso here. Is the client dipping down? Are they too far up? Are they leaning on their shoulder? Okay, ideally the client's chest should be out, their hips should be extended, and they should be feeling it in their side only. Okay, once again, I'm looking for 30 seconds on each side. Alright, if the client can do that, alright, I'm going to move them on to a side plank with extremity movement. Alright, with this, I'm going to have them raise up, straighten the legs out, and just perform an arm sweep. Alright, now if they can maintain this position for 30 seconds, alright, and know once again that we can expect pretty good results with planking exercises and with exercises that involve rotational movement, so we can move them on to core strength training. Alright, once again, these two progressions: move through phase 1, the static side plank, static plank, move to extremity movement, test those things out. Once they're able to do that, then the client is cleared to move on to core strength training.